Hello everybody, welcome to the Somali National TV. I am Abdulaziz Hassan Ibrahim. We are having an interview with the Italy ambassador to Somalia, Pier Mario Di Copi, to discuss the role of Italy in Somalia. So welcome, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first question, how would you characterize the current state of bilateral relationship between Somalia and Italy, considering the historical ties and the shared interests between our two nations?
Yeah, Italy and Somalia are interconnected by a long common history, and still today are united by feelings of closeness, respect, and affections. Historical relation between Italy and Somalia are marked by a unique factor which goes beyond the colonial period and has laid a solid foundation for development of a sense of long-standing brotherhood up to date.
Oh, great. In what ways do you think that this relationship has evolved over recent years, and what are the key drivers of this evaluation?
Yeah, I would say that thanks to our century-long close relationship, which is based on mutual responsibility, trust and respect, Italy aims to revitalize relations with Somalia in all sectors in a respectful and effective manner. Italian agenda in Somalia is shaped by the sentiment and aims to support the consolidation of progress in the institutional, economic and security fields. It is a transparent agenda based on an equal and mutually beneficial relationship. Human development, we consider that human development is a key factor for the progress of a country. Therefore, Italy supports this development with numerous initiatives. Our strong bond is also highlighted by the numerous official visits in the past year, including the recent Italy-Africa Summit, where Italy launched the Mattei Plan, an ambitious strategic approach towards African countries based on the promotion of fair and mutually beneficial relations. An approach capable of not only drawing investment, but also to export ideas, to build skills and mobilize living forces for the enhancement of mutual growth and improvement of the local economy.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Italy has been a significant partner in supporting Somalia's economic development. So could you explain on the specific initiatives our project Italy is currently carried out in Somalia? How does this project foster long-term economic growth in Somalia?
Yeah, well, as I say, we have to work together, but basically the Somali government to build a long-term development to bring prosperity in the country. Somalia is at an historical moment that offers the possibility of moving from an approach based on the management principally based on the management of humanitarian aid, to an approach based much more on economic development. But the need of the country, not only Somalia, but in general of the country, the African country, is to create added value, as well as is well recognized that necessity, as well as the awareness that this added value can come from the private sector also. The economic promotion initiatives are not so much aimed at attracting Italian companies as far as concern the embassy strategy. Not to attract the establishment of Italian companies, but rather at connecting the Italian and the Somali and the dynamic Somali private sector. The leading sector of which to focus attention, we think that is for sure agri-food. The memory is still alive when during the Italian presence Somalia was an important producer and exporter of agricultural products. Other sector important for the country will be for sure infrastructure, energy, blue economy and perhaps mining sector. All those sectors can have a huge potential. But for development, economic development, it is clear that security and economic development are closely linked. Pacification is more necessary than ever after a year of chaos and conflicts. In the last 2 years, numerous initiatives have been carried out in Italy and Somalia with the aim of fostering contacts between the United and Somali private sector, as I said. We are working with UNIDO. UNIDO, with funding from the Italian Agency for Cooperation, is setting up a network of centers to support small and medium-sized Somali enterprises. And those centers will be established, have been established in Mogadishu, Kismayo, and also Baidoa. And is committed to support the participation, also the United Nations, with the Italian financement, of Somali entrepreneurs and chambers of commerce in numerous trade fairs in Italy.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. In security cooperation, as we know, security remains a crucial concern of Somalia. How is Italy contributing to Somalia's effort to enhance its security and stability, particularly in the context of the ongoing war against terrorism?
Yeah, well, as I said before, economic development rely on security and stabilization of the country. To summarize, the Italian military contingent provide the majority of the personnel of the European training mission of the Somali Armed Force. That is a mission that is led by an Italian command since 2014. Italy contributes also to the UCAP mission, that is another European mission aiming to strengthen capacity for police and also maritime security. But we have also, every year, Somali cadets are awarded of scholarships at the most prestigious Italian academies by the Italian Ministry of Defense. And since 2014, the training mission of some Somali police forces by the Italian Carabinieri has been active also in Djibouti. Yeah. This is our contribution.
Yeah, of course. Italy has donated 4 Bella 412 military helicopters to Somalia. So how could these helicopters support to the Somali army for the ongoing fight against terrorism?
Well, this is a technical aspect, I don't know. But yeah, so for helicopters, tactical transport helicopters arrived recently in this day in Somalia. Of course, they are in the disposal of the Somali authorities, and they will make the strategic use that they believe to be better for their efforts to combat terrorism and to stabilize the security in the country.
Yeah, okay, I got it. In international development, Italy has played a key role in supporting Somalia's institutional development, particularly in building effective and transparent governance structures. What specific steps Italy has taken to assist in this area, and how does Italy assess the progress made so far?
Well, I will try to be brief. The Italian support to the institutional and security consolidation process in Somalia is convinced and loyal, first of all. I have said that Somalia is making important progress in the process of institution building and stabilization, and things are gradually moving in the right direction. We see that there are educated young people open to the world, professionals, entrepreneurs that also from the diaspora are bringing a contribution of ideas and participation, thus fueling optimism for the redemption of the country. As part of the process of normalization, I want just to remember that on March 2020, Somalia reached the decision point to assess the heavily indebted poor countries initiative. This important step allowed to restore the country's access to IMF financial assistance programs and to start the process for debt cancellation. In order to benefit from this initiative, Mogadishu has provided for the repayment of the arrears due to the IMF, also thanks to the disbursement by Italy of a bridge loan. Is a technical aspect, but was very important to reach this important step in financial stabilization.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. In cultural and educational exchange, the cultural and educational side...
sorry, yeah, I would like also to add we have also more initiative to contribute to to the progress of stabilization, institutional stabilization in Somalia. I hope that very soon we could finalize a memorandum of understanding between the Somali School of Management and Public Administration and the Italian National School of Administration. An agreement that is an agreement that contemplates a wide range of collaborative activities in the field of training that covers the entire public administration. In recent months, I would like also to underline that a training course for Somali magistrates has also been launched with a course which originates from a specific request made by His Excellency the Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud on the occasion of a recent visit to Rome last year. So this is the overall contribution in which we want to assist the stabilization, the strengthening of the capacity of government of Somalia.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. In cultural and educational exchange, the cultural and educational ties between Italy and Somalia has been a vital aspect of our relationship. Could you discuss the initiatives Italy is undertaking to promote cultural exchange and educational opportunities, like if there are any particular programs or scholarships available for Somali students or professionals to study or train in Italy?
Yes, this is another important development together with stabilization, economic recovery, and institution building. Also in the field of culture and education, Italy intends to provide an important contribution. First of all, we have the resumption of activities of the National University of Somalia that was founded by the Italian in the early 70s and was destroyed during the years of the Civil War and reborn in 2014 with the support of Italy. At the moment, the Italian cooperation is focused on the reconstruction and adaptation of some infrastructure of the Somali National University. A highly appreciated program completed by the University of Roma III concerned the creation of a digital archive to make accessible the huge amount of documents present in Italy related to Somalia. That documentation can be consulted on the internet and they're freely downloaded. It's a very important help to recover the memory, the historical memory of Somalia. It is also important to provide for us support for the growing demand for the teaching of the Italian language, also in view of the reintroduction of Italian as a language of specialization in the Faculty of Languages. Another project that is very important is much appreciated, concerns the recovery of the complex known as Casa d'Italia. It's an historical meeting place in the center of Mogadishu. In agreement, in collaboration with the local authorities, will be restored and made available to the public. The project founded by the Italian Corporation, I would say that envisioned the creation of a multifunctional center dedicated to cultural promotion and technical training, also through collaboration with Italian university centers that eventually we will try to establish courses here in Mogadishu. And finally, is another sector that is very important is the one of scholarship. The offer of scholarship from the Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs and from single universities is growing. Right last month, 22 new scholarship has been recently awarded to young to Somali students that we will meet also in the following week before their departure to Italy. This is a very important aspect, and this is a demonstration on how the cultural links between Italy and Somalia are still very important.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Now let us look at the humanitarian situation in Somalia. Given the ongoing humanitarian challenges in Somalia, how Italy is contributing to addressing the needs of vulnerable population, particularly in areas affected by conflict, drought, or displacement?
Yeah, this is an important aspect. I would say in general terms, Somalia is traditionally a priority country for Italian cooperation and is one of the largest beneficiaries of Italian aid in Africa. The strategy of the Italian cooperation in the country is based, as I said before, on an integrated approach between the political, security, humanitarian and economic reconstruction, which first and foremost intend to enhance Somali ownership. This is the approach that we want to introduce in our relation with Somalia. Of course, we have also emergency capacity financement to face emergency situation, crisis, eventual situation crisis, but the approach is built in a holistic approach of different aspects of country. But I would like to say, you mentioned also the support of Italy in stabilization sector. I would like also to mention the TPSS fund, that is towards peace and stability in Somalia. Is a fund that at the moment Italy provided an initial amount of almost 4 million euros. That is very important because we are financing projects that are in a system. An approach is a bottom-up system, and the Prime Minister office is collecting a proposal from local authorities, from district and from different ministries, and they will be financed. There will be a technical committee and a political to evaluate the project, and also a political committee for the approval. But what is important is that the ownership is completely in the hands of the Somali authority, both local and central government. So there is windows, 1 year windows, and we hope that if there will be a positive outcome of this fund, the second phase assumes a ceiling of 20 million euros by Italy, and most important, the fund will be open also to other donors' contribution. This is an approach that is very important because is not an approach in which there are from outside a project imposed to the local authority, but the project will be presented at the same local authority.
Yeah, of course. Pastore, what are the key areas of the focus for Italy humanitarian aid, and are there any upcoming projects aimed at providing further assistance to those in need in Somalia? Yeah.
Well, of course, we have a number of humanitarian projects. As I said, we are ready to support, to help Somalia in case of emergency, and but also I would say that the majority of projects that will be developed with Somalia regarding social help, WASH, and health in general, and also education. We have a number of Italian NGOs that has been active in the country since the 70s and the 80s, and they never stopped their presence with local partners here in Somalia. So we have projects spread all over the country, and we work very well. Those organizations, they work very well with the local partners. So now it will be very difficult to number all the projects that we are supporting, both with through Italian cooperation, and also it's very important also European Union cooperation.
Yeah. In conclusion, as you are the Italy's new ambassador to Somalia, what is your advice to Somalis?
Yeah, with a feeling of real friendship, I would say to our Somali friends, have faith in your country and try to strengthen more and more the feeling of a common destiny. In a weak and divided Somalia, few gain and the majority lose. In a strong and united Somalia, you must be convinced that everyone wins. That is my hope for a country that I feel very close to Italy.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Pastore.
Thank you to you for the opportunity. Thank you very much.